Peace.
What was her name? Lucy? Lucy.
Was it
I think
Lucy?
her name was. I think it was.
I think we'll go with
Susie.
Lucy.
It was Susie.
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 Oh,
Susie.
Susie. Rest in peace, Susie.
R.I.P. Susie. Not so much Freddie. But there's more in this triangle. God, the moth is back. Go! In 1978, paranormal researcher Joseph M. DeAndrade claims to have observed another such creature as it slowly walked into the brush of the Hockomock Swamp, about 200 yards past his location. He chronicled his sighting in the 1997 book Passing Strange, True Tales of New England Hauntings and Horrors. More, okay? Not all of the creatures that allegedly inhabit the Bridgewater Triangle are land-bound. Since 1971, several sightings of phenomenally large black birds with wingspans that stretch from 8 to 12 feet have been reported as well. Coincidentally, the first of these reports originated from Bird Hill in Hockomock Swamp. What a coincidence. On Bird Hill. Giant bird.
Probably why it's named Bird Hill.
I don't know. In 1984, two of these avian creatures were allegedly seen fighting in midair. Now we're talking Thunderbirds fighting in the air in the triangle.
The coolest.
Yeah, so Thunderbirds are awesome. But, there's so many other things here. What else do you think's there? Spirits, maybe? Native spirits?
Oh, gosh. Yeah, this is like Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah,
Looking for that wampum belt?
It would make sense if there's native spirits.
That's
probably a little girl in there somewhere.
Oh, no.
Yes, there's actually lots of spirits spooking around out there. They're out there. They're unbusted. But besides besides those legends of those Native American ghost dancers, reports of several contemporary ghost specters come from the Bridgewater Triangle. There's a mysterious red-headed hitchhiker that haunts a stretch of Route 44 in Rehoboth. And there's also a ghostly phantom that appears in Hockomock Swamp near Route 138. And for Freetown, a ghostly trucker is rumored to speed along the winding Coppercut Road, blaring his horn and threatening passing motorists. There's like a large march in this triangle.
That's fucked up.
Man. That's kind of weird.
I was expecting some weird stuff, but I was not expecting a ghost trucker.
Fucking trucker. Yeah.
It has almost everything, right?
Yeah.
Almost,
It
I
has
guess.
more. There's even reports of cattle mutilation with all the blood drained, and some believe there's a lot of cult activity in the area dating back to those Native Americans. But it has one thing above all else, to me at least, and hopefully to you also, unbelievers, a creature worthy of our full attention in the crypto world. A little guy I'm sure you're going to love. Let's hear now about the Pukwudgie.
The Pukwudgie are a tribe of cunning, evil, and mysterious troll-like creatures who are said to have haunted Native American tribes for hundreds of years.
They would steal people's weapons and tools and clothing. Sometimes they would start fires. And then they really became not just a nuisance, but very dangerous. They started kidnapping and killing the native children.
Oh.
They started setting fire to whole villages.
Oh, no.
Yeah, these are scary little
I
dudes,
remember,
man.
Now I remember these. I told you I'm bad with names, but yeah, this was something that I don't remember if it was like Lewis and Clark or some kind of explorers had written about them, right?
Oh, I thought you said Lois and Clark, like the TV show. You meant Lewis and Clark.
Lewis and Clark. Yeah.
Lois and Clark. Lois and Clark was pretty good if you were around in the 90s, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's this
That
face
would
that
have been
plays?
funny.
I started
Dean
thinking
Cain.
about
That's
Dean
Dean Cain.
Cain.
Yeah,
Like,
Dean Cain.
There's no Dean Cain in this one, though. But let's hear more. Let's hear some more about these Pukwudgies. It's so fun to say. These little scamps.
And they drove the native people into the forest and then killed them.
Despite their small stature, the Pukwudgie are menacing creatures. According to legend, they possess the ability to shapeshift, to create spontaneous bursts of fire, and to attack their enemies with a wide variety of poisonous weapons.
History has shown that the Pukwudgie doesn't give up. Certainly over time, many people have had minor injuries, but there's also reports of death.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, these things,
Jesus.
they lure people to their death. These things are very scary.
Ooh, yeah, I don't like that. Ugh.
What do you guys initially think of, like, what do you think it looks like when you hear the name Pukwudgie? Like, what comes to your mind? For me, I
like
think
an amphibian that's not quite adult stage.
I think of the honeycombs guy, the little honeycombs. I feel for some reason I think that's what they look like, is those creepy little honeycombs.
The cereal?
Yeah, you remember those commercials from back in the day, the little honeycombs guy?
Yeah, vaguely. I was thinking of the Honeycrisp bear first. So no, I think I pictured the wrong thing. Yeah,
the Golden Crisp.
I was like, that's what you're thinking of.
No, there was this little bug-eyed creature on the commercials. Some listeners will.
That's your Pukwudgie.
He's a Pukwudgie.
Okay, I'll have to look that up.
Hearing that he kills people, that's scary, and maybe me calling him a scamp was not a very good description. But here they're going to tell us more about what it's like to experience death by Pukwudgie.
But there's also reports of death, either by what seems to be an accident and could easily have been Pukwudgie involvement, or from suicide that the Pukwudgies seem to have influenced. You have a wide range. Whatever the Pukwudgie's in the mood for that day, that's the destruction that he lets loose.
Damn.
Yeah, these are very cunning. It's like the police probably have like a scan number for a Pukwudgie death. It's very commonplace, it seems.
Fuck, man. Whatever destruction he's in the mood for is what he's getting into that day, that little Pukwudgie.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. Why are you gonna choose a method of destruction that you're not in the mood for? But just the fact that they have those moods, like, I think I'll eviscerate somebody today. Or I feel like drowning today. Like, we'll see where the day takes me.
He's as we can find out, he's got like rules and stuff too. He's not as freewheeling as you think. But Pukwudgie, he may not be as high a profile monster as a lot of those others, all right? So, especially since he's in the Bridgewater Triangle, and there's so many other guys and activity around him. But he did get featured on a great program. And shout out to Beth, all right, from Ghost Hunting in New England. Remember she brought this up to us? This is the continuation part. All right, I found it, and she was right. I found a program called Monsters and Mysteries. So this monster, Pukwudgie, great name to say again, he lives in this part of the triangle known as the Hakanak Swamp. And here is a great description of the area itself from Monsters and Mysteries.
An evil, hellish place.
Even the Native Americans told the first white settlers to be cautious in the swamp, that it is a very special, mysterious, and dangerous place.
Not 500 yards from where we're sitting, that looks like primordial soup. So thick you can almost walk across the water, and you don't even have to be divine to do it, because the water's that thick and that soupy, and it's green and slimy. Just looking on that is scary.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that's going to be a soundboard clip.
Let's see. Clip it, Rob. Hear it.
Soupy, and it's green and slimy.
Green and slimy.
It's soupy.
Oh,
he has
man.
He's got such great passion in his description. And yeah, you called it. Of course I pulled that as the first sound. That's great.
Oh, man. In the meantime, too, like, while that was playing, I had to look up that goddamn honeycomb cereal mascot. Why did I do that? I really wish I hadn't. I remember it now.
Right?
His name is Crazy Craving.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Imagine him coming at you, though.
Okay, yeah, no, now I'm going to have really horrific nightmares. Thank you, Rob.
No, this guy, look, our guy's worse, okay? What that guy was describing, that was just the swamp and the soup. If that's not scary enough.
No.
Soupy, and it's green and slimy.
Oh.
That is, it kind of seems like it would smell bad, too. So I don't really care for it.
I think that's bad. Here comes Pukwudgie.
And for unlucky wanderers in the swamp, one particular fiend remains a vicious threat.
The Pukwudgie, just saying their name around here, anybody who's familiar with the legend knows you're talking about a nasty little creature.
According to Native American lore, Pukwudgies labor under a curse. They can't directly attack their prey. So, they've learned to entice them.
Pukwudgie used to be a rather friendly little harmless creature. But at one point they became very upset with both man and the creator God.
Yeah.
Shit.
Holy shit.
So
just
they're
scary.
like, they were babies, and then they're hitting their terrible twos.
They amped this show up, the fear in this so well. I was watching this to clip it, and my phone someone sent a text, and I almost jumped out of my seat. The way they heightened it in this.
Why did they get mad at God? Why are the Pukwudgies mad at God? They didn't really explain that. They were just like, they just grew angry with God.
They're like teenagers or something. I don't know. They seem really immature. I really hope they don't come after me for saying that.
And you hear that, like I said before, these are like Rougarous and vampires. These things have rules. They have rules. They can't just attack you. They have to trick you.
They have to count shit and get distracted by a number of twigs.
These guys, they have to entice you to somehow let yourself be attacked. I don't understand
God,
that.
That's so creepy.
So how do you think they're enticing people? Let's hear.
Like the black-eyed kids? Oh, God.
Let's hear how they do it.
And since then, the Pukwudgies had been something to avoid. They seem to like to lure people deeper into the forest. Hey, come here and check this out. And then before you know it...
What?
I've never heard of anyone having a friendly encounter with a Pukwudgie.
Yeah, you see, there's no friendly encounters with them. Play the next clip, because if you ever hear this, you're definitely in the presence of a Pukwudgie.
Hey, come here and check this out.
Hey, come here and check this out.
That's
oh my God,
Pukwudgie.
I don't know why that reminded me of Twin Peaks. Just the delivery of it. Oh man, I'm definitely not going to listen to that guy. I don't want to see what he wants me to check out. Like
That,
No, he's a robot, that guy.
in the annals of impressions of monsters, this guy, he is bringing it with the spookiest, just scariest delivery ever of...
Hey, come here and check this out.
Oh, no.
Sounds like Zach Baggins doing voiceover work. Hey, come over here and check this out.
Hey, come over here, eh? Here's some Molson, see?
Okay, this is like now my other favorite clip at the moment.
Oh, Pukwudgie, eh? Yeah, and I think we'll talk about the other one too. But now besides him, we're gonna meet a man who has had an encounter with Pukwudgie. Pukwudgie. I think of the My Buddy song too with his name. Great name. Here is the story of Bill Russo, a local Triangle resident.
Retired ironworker Bill Russo lived in a home in Raynham, Massachusetts, built next to the Hockomock Swamp. He never believed the stories about dangerous creatures until he met one.
I've heard many stories of bizarre happenings in this area. I can't confirm or deny any of that. I can only tell you what I saw one night after work.
No, not work. Yes, and he is playing pool in that clip. He's a cool guy. He's pretty cool.
I thought I heard that. Yeah, he sounds really cool. We should hang out.
I think he's playing. He might just be practicing because I think he's the only one. They're just filming him playing pool. But yes,
Is he smoking a cigarette while he's doing that?
I couldn't tell.
A little trick shot behind his back, like
yeah, he was trying one of those. He did like the
rolling
Massey.
across a Thunderbird. Yeah,
I thought it was like that Black
outside.
Widow. It looked like one of those VHSs where you do all those great moves.
Fucking
but now
badass.
Now pool champion Bill Russo will tell us all about. He'll tell us all about his encounter with Pukwudgie. Forget that. It's scary.
One night in 1995, Bill and his dog Sam went out on their walk around 1 a.m.
New hero.
Sam and I were very close, and she was my best friend.
Aww.
That night, we cut through my backyard, and we went into the deep woods by the swamps. We never felt uneasy. We never thought anything was going to pop out of the bushes.
No.
And suddenly Sam started pulling at the leash, trying to get home quickly, trying to run home. I said, Sam, what's the matter? Sam, what's the matter? She just kind of cried, quivering. She was frightened. And Sam was not a dog that frightened easily. Something was scaring her. And then I began to hear something. It was faint at first. Here.
Oh my God.
Joe, he wants Joe.
Oh.
And I heard this bizarre talk, but I didn't see anything.
Okay, terrified,
God.
right? Yes, we have.
Yes.
This is a new one. Sam the dog. He's usually brave, but he was crying and whimpering
It's
at
a
this.
she.
Yes. She's very brave.
Yes, she is.
Poor Sam.
Okay, please tell me she's okay. This is. I don't like where this is going.
We're not through with the story, but what he did do, because this guy, he's not going at that other level of, hey, come over here, eh? This guy's bringing the sound effects.
Come here and check this out.
No. This guy is putting on the voice. So this is what Pukwudgie really sounds like.
Joe, you want Joe?
Oh, man. Now